Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Moletrap coming at you here on Matt and Steve SC. Here with Matt, not with Steve though. However, because I guess he had better things to do than cast StarCraft.
Yeah, like there are really better things. Yeah, he's probably going to school and learning stuff.
Oh, whatever. Lame.
Hopefully about StarCraft, because that would be, that's all that matters. Is school.
Interestingly, this is apparently OSL match 1986.
And it's apparently a blizzard outside or something, requiring a jacket to be worn. I don't... Is it cool? Is it just because they like to keep their bodies warm?
Actually, well, first of all, it does get pretty cold in the winter in...
that's true.
In Korea, although I don't think that's the case. By the way, SkyHigh wearing the exact same shirt I'm wearing right now. I gotta point out.
You sexy beast. Holding back.
At BlizzCon, SkyHigh, I got to meet him, sort of. I didn't really talk to him that much. But him and Effort and Savior, and of course Idra as well as on Team CJ, they were all there, but the Korean CJ members were there, and they did this little trivia thing at BlizzCon where they gave away stuff to people that answered the trivia right. And I correctly named Effort's clan tag, which is Foo, F-O-U, which I think used to be SkyHigh's clan tag as well, but I'm not sure about that. But anyway, so I got a CJ jersey, so I'm wearing the same thing. But actually, just to answer your question real quick, apparently the programmers like to be warm, like they don't want to be cold at all, and because it can slow you down, it really can. Like if you're playing, even if it's just room temperature, a little bit cold, then it can slow you down a little bit, and your nerves aren't quite as much. And that's why you see players wearing like huge coats, even though the booths themselves are supposedly very warm. They wear these huge coats just so they can keep their temperature up and keep warm and stay fast. And that's why you see, even in a 20-minute game, players will be sweating by the end of the game because like it's so intense. And StarCraft's intense anyways. But
Stork and Jangby do that a lot. You always see them with these huge puffy jackets everywhere they go. And real quick, before we go in here, I should mention, if you want to win a StarCraft Battle Chest autographed by SkyHigh, Effort, and Savior, check out the Pylon Art Contest on my account here. It's one of the videos down the line there. But we got it autographed by them, and it could be yours to display for all of your nerd friends. Just to remind everybody, this is the OSL 2009 Group E, and we have SkyHigh versus ggaemo. SkyHigh, of course, being the Terran, ggaemo being the Zerg player. Whoever wins this best of 3 moves on to play Stork, and I am definitely more excited about that match than this match. I have to favor SkyHigh right off the bat, and ggaemo apparently that's him right there. Has won 0 games against a Terran player out of 5 so far. So again, it's just 5 games, not a big deal. But SkyHigh himself is almost 60% against Zerg. So and SkyHigh, definitely not the greatest player, but certainly has proved himself in various games to be strong. So
yeah, I think SkyHigh is definitely the favorite in this matchup. Just in general. Because I mean he's been one of the main players. He's been an A bench player for CJ lately. Yeah. And this guy wants battle cruisers to be brought out in this game apparently. But yeah, he's been really really strong player for CJ. And one of the reasons why CJ did so well in the last Pro League season is because SkyHigh was doing well, and of course just a few. It's weird. CJ's weird because they don't have any like superstar players. Right, but they still managed to do well just with having several solid players and anything like that. Yeah, ggaemo, he's just kind of one of those guys that plays sometimes and doesn't really do a whole lot. He's on he's on Oz and he's a Zerg, so he's overshadowed by Jaedong in any situation where a Zerg might be necessary. Right. So there's no whole lot he can, and even lately he's been overshadowed by they've been putting in Baxter, aka Killer, a lot. So ggaemo hasn't seen much action. So anyway, it looks like we're gonna see some standardish TVZ here. We're seeing a 1 racks into Command Center, I believe, and we're also seeing a 3 hatch build. So we might just see some good old like 2007 TVZ going on here. Yeah. No mech. Weird stuff like that.
Good old Marine versus Terran, Medic Marine, hot action. I was mentioning something I always like to see is kind of who players practice against, and ggaemo has Thunder That pretty good Terran. Oh, and remember, I've actually never heard of him. D-Dong.
And Lomo.
He's got Lomo. He's got Haya. But again, you know... oh, and B. I didn't even know there was a player named B. B-E-E, like Buzz Buzz.
I have no idea.
That's fantastic. So, you know, again, not looking too great. But, hey, I always like to be surprised by the players here. So if there can be an upset, or there can be at least a player pulling out one of the wins, you know, to make it more exciting and bring it to the third match and not force me to have to make a stupid spoiler video, then I am always for that. So,
yeah.
So currently right now, some Zerglings going up, and it looks like the opponents have both... They both know where they are, although SkyHigh has not yet got a scout, and it looks like the Zerglings are going to try to take down the scout on the way. Already teching to Lair here. So we're going to see here if, what is his name? ggaemo. We're going to see if ggaemo here is going to, you know, if he's going to try to go for quick Mutalist or maybe Lurkers here. I didn't check. I wasn't paying attention as far as the gas goes. It looks like... I'm trying to figure out.
It's looking like 3-hatch Muta is probably what's going on, because he got his 3rd hatchery down and then he got his gas.
Okay, I didn't see
And now
that.
he's going for his lair. He's probably going to drone up a little bit and get a 2nd gas, and then get his spire down, and then
right. And not a lot of lings out either.
and that
so
kind of thing. Yeah, not a lot of lings out. So again, you know, it's looking like a pretty standard 3-hatch Muta build. It's gonna be pretty normal timing, is what it looks like. So we'll have to see though. And actually, never mind. Throw that out the window. He kills off the scouting SCV
Lurker action
and plants down a Hydra's Den. So looks like we're gonna be seeing a Lurker rush instead, and that's it's gonna make things interesting. He's gonna have to hold off this early push. I mean, usually you use the Mutas to hold off early mech range push, keep the Terran in their base while you get your Lurker tech. So he's going to have to be even more effective with his Zerglings. We might see him make even more Zerglings to keep SkyHigh occupied.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing.
Yeah. It was a good move to wait until the scouting SCV is killed and then kind of do that, because I mean, if SkyHigh thinks he's going for Mutalist and they haven't been showing SkyHigh's base, I want to see if SkyHigh is working on Engineering Bay and if he is going for turrets or anything like that, because right now he certainly is making a good counter for, you know, or he's making a lot of ground units that can help counter whatever ggaemo brings at him as far as Lurkers go. So right now it looks okay. We might have a quick opening for a run by here possibly, though. No, giving up, although he could certainly run by that. It looks like he's just not quite sure of himself enough to get in there to SkyHigh's base. We haven't seen SkyHigh's base at all, so again, I don't know what SkyHigh's doing. It doesn't appear like SkyHigh is wasting any money, though, or wasting any time. So I'm assuming he's going to try to just put a little bit of pressure on ggaemo at this point. And ggaemo is just kind of hanging around the base and not really applying a